One second.
Yo, what's going on?
All right.
Jeez.
All right.
Monday Night Smoke.
We are here.
Shouts out to all the great defeaters live right now. Look at that. Straight out the gate, starting at 40. Exciting. Let me do a quick roll call. We got Rich and Ponza, Soulstar, Off the Canvas, Jeremy the Surgeon, Jay Lanks, Mulla, Bruce Kai, Nev, Beast the Kid, October Red, Man Like Bummer named Wale, Sir Alex Ferguson, James, Doughboy J, Joseph Oki. There's loads.
Listen.
Everybody in the chat right now.
Yo, all I'm saying is, bro, it's time to get smoky. Yeah,
to get busy. This been the maddest week in boxing in a very long time.
It's been a great week. Bro, and I'm here. Yeah, I'm here to get a lot of things off. There's things I want to get off my chest.
Fam.
Yeah? A lot of men need to sit down right now.
Bro,
I need to talk to the boxing scene right now. Yeah. Before we talk to the boxing scene, Travis, it needs to be said. We done a 2 o'clock live. Wait, what time did we go live?
We went from 2 a.m. to 5:30.
Come on.
Insane.
Only because of the great defeaters.
Yeah, for real.
Only the defeaters, because it was lit. It was actually empty.
Listen, yo, bro, true to undefeated fashion, we've only got Canelo on the phone.
All right, let's bring Canelo in still.
Let's bring Canelo into the chat, bro.
Absolutely useless.
Can you imagine Canelo on the phone though?
Let's do a light recap on what happened in boxing this week, yeah? So obviously we had Soto versus Takayama, which was I can't lie, this was one of those sleeper fights which I didn't expect to entertain me the way it did, fam. I was engaged. Like, these men gave me some memories still, because Takayama, that's my new hero still.
He's my hero. And listen, when I start shadow boxing, I feel good.
You gotta move like Takayama.
If you're losing,
nah,
you gotta feel like Takayama.
If you get stopped on your feet, shadow box. Let them know that you still have more left. Then we had Frank Sanchez and Aguilera, which was one of the maddest fights I've seen. Like, it underwhelmed. Like, just because I'm looking at Frank Sanchez and I'm thinking to myself, is he going to be next to, be an issue? And I'm like, nah, I don't see it. But then the fight took a mad turn where this dude, Aguilera, just decided he wanted out. He got hit on the shoulder. He said it was the back of his head. He rapped the whole night and said, I'm out. Nonsense. Then we had the main event.
Fam.
We had the main event.
Is it time?
I don't know if it's time. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, things happened, things occurred.
But things have happened before in boxing, though. So we got Mayweather. Because that happened in a week where we finished.
The paperwork for this gun. Get Al Hammond. Absolutely. Yeah. Let me call Al Hammond. Let's make it happen. I'm my own boy. One night. Got you happy.
You gotta
Let's go, baby. Got your hat for me. Don't play with me. Your hat. I ain't doing that to you. Got your hat. Don't disrespect me. Stop. Bitch, I'm kill that motherfucker. When I catch you, motherfucker, I kill you, motherfucker. You crazy? I know the fuck you nigga playing with. I don't play no motherfucking games. I'll fuck you up, motherfucker. Fuck you up. Play no motherfucking games. What's up? Play no motherfucking games with me. Take my motherfucking hat off. Bitch, who you think you playing with? I kill that motherfucker.
Bill Gates with me.
Bro, listen, if you lot think it's marketing, I don't know how you think this.
I have never heard Floyd's voice that deep.
Useless. Absolutely useless.
Fam, he was. You know when it's embarrassing, it's just like, oh no, you ain't doing this for a YouTuber. There's no way that a YouTuber brought this out of you.
I'm little games.
I'm little games, me.
Listen. But anyway, listen, I just want to know in the free seats right now, yeah, real or fake? That's all I want to see. Real or fake? If you don't believe that's real or fake, and obviously when you call in, we got stuff to talk about. Travis?
All right, let's get to the stuff, man.
Enough.
Let's get to it.
Enough.
Billy Joe, bro. Billy Joe
Saunders, Travis, yeah?
Fam.
People are not gonna like this.
The double standards I've seen in the boxing industry have been making me laugh.
We're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into that in the double standards yet. Yeah?
Cool.
Let's just have this right. Billy Joe Saunders was talking wicked, yeah? And Billy Joe Saunders got punched up.
What was he saying though? Should we actually get what he was saying?
Let's play what he was.
But just give the man some credit. Look, Daniel Dubois can come again. He can come again. But last night I was very. I was not shocked, but you know, you don't. Fighters go out on that. You get in that ring. People know what it's like to walk in that ring, and you know who fights and know what it takes to get inside them ropes. So I'm never going to criticise a man if he was seriously injured or whatever has he done. But you know, get carried out the ring, brother. Get carried out the ring. You know, it's not all give knocking people unconscious and then your eye goes and then you want to get out. Your eye goes and then you want to get out.
Your eye goes and then you want to get out.
You know, I've got all the time in the world for Triple D, and he can come again, but it's going to take a long road back from that.
You see the thing about karma?
Karma is real, bro. Because I've been doing is checking the timeline. Yeah?
No.
Don't get it twisted. Not only did he say that, he followed this up with an article, fam, saying you gotta be carried out, you gotta go like this, gotta go like that. Bro, he was sitting on the stool, yeah? And then there's been eyes that have been covered up.
Mark Tibbs got into his ear and he started to do that close-up. You know that close-up talking where it's like the cameras can't see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we don't know what the deal is. And we saw with our own eyes.
I'm out. Get me out of here. I'm a celebrity, I'm a boxer, or I'm quitting. Get me out of here. That's it. Because end of the day, yeah, this is the thing, and people can call in and say what they want to say, yeah? I believe, yeah, you can't act the way you're acting, yeah? And I'm hearing it. The fracture is crazy, yeah? We're not just talking about Ebony. We're talking about this.
The fracture is disgusting.
This fracture is a real fracture. But then everyone was out here talking about Triple D, talking about how, he's a quitter, this, that, and that. We had Dylan White. We heard Spencer Fearon. We heard...
Everybody got onto him, fam. Carl Frampton, all these men decided they wanted to puff up their chest and just say, listen, if that was me in there, nah, you'd have to kill me. I'd have to die on my shield. I'm a fighter. This is the hurt business. And this is what we signed up for. We don't quit. We don't retreat. We don't back down. And we say, okay, cool. So what you saying now about Billy Joe? And now everyone's doing gymnastics. These men are doing gymnastics, fam. No, I mean, look, end of the day, how could you expect him to fight with an orbital? What?
Bro, everyone had the x-ray machine, fam. All of a sudden, everyone knows what's going on in boxing, fam. Before, we didn't know what was wrong with Daniel Dubois. We needed him to go and get checked. Bro, everyone in the ring, PhD, everyone's a doctor. Everyone can tell that he's got everyone can tell that he's got a four-way fracture, fam.
I felt like I knew on sight that the cheek had gone. Like I called that while it happened. It just has a specific type of look where it's like, it's caved in, fam. His cheek is two different cheeks now. It's not.
I'm hearing, but all I'm hearing, do you know what's been? Because I was looking, I wanted to see what the streets were saying. Yeah,
the streets are dancing, fam.
All I'm hearing is brave performance. This brave performance. That he was up on my score. That's the latest one.
Up on his score. Listen, I don't know.
It's 5-2. He said 5. People said, was it 5? How many rounds did they do in the end?
It's eight rounds, but yeah, I mean, so a lot of people had it like 5-3.
5-3. People said 5-3. Billy Joe up on my scorecard. Where? How? No one. And then after, everyone's saying bravery, this, that, and the other. Nah. All I'm saying is there needs to be a level of consistency. There needs to be in boxing, and the killer is Billy Joe wrote checks. He did. He wrote checks that he couldn't cash. Yeah.
I saw that it worded perfectly online. I can't remember who said it now. Basically said he held Daniel Dubois to a standard that he couldn't even keep to. So when man were jumping on Daniel Dubois, Triple D, talking about, oh, you should decide if this is for you, and these like flagrant statements over significant eye damage. Here's Billy Joe walking straight into that situation, and now we're doing gymnastics. Keep that same energy, bruv.
Heavy gymnastics. And I don't care if you don't want to come on here and tell me I'm wrong, I'm this, I'm that. The bottom line is there was Canelo disrespect. Yeah. And if you're going to talk this way, if you're going to talk flagrant, you have to understand that man is going to look for you to do you something dirty. Yeah. Bruv. Travis, me and you spoke midweek, and you can talk now. Me and you spoke midweek. Yeah. We've seen a different variation of Canelo when he's winning and when he's losing.
Oh, bro, listen. When we seen Canelo in the ring, yeah, Canelo is someone who he strikes me as someone that has a lot of honor with how he carries himself, how he's dedicated to his craft, and even the respect for other fighters. I went back to that fight with Amir Khan. I looked and I wanted to see who was getting more success over Canelo. And I looked at that fight and it was interesting to me because, you know, when Amir Khan was having good moments, they were like really good moments. But I noticed one thing particular. When he knocked Amir Khan out, there was no celebration. He got down on his knees right beside him and wanted to wait to make sure he was okay before anything continued. Yeah. When he fought Billy Joe, that was the face of a man that hated that brother. He knocked him, bang. And then he's in the corner sitting there. He said to his trainer, I've broken his face. I'm coming to shut this thing down now. The trainer said to him before the fight, if you get him hurt, let the crowd get involved. So man was in there on this one. He was on this one. So he said when the fight was over, he got up and beat his chest. There was no concern over his well-being. He said, no, you got what you deserve just there.
Yeah. Because you can't walk around. You can't walk around in Versace tops, bruv. You can't walk around in Versace robes and not show up and then try to show me disrespect. Because even in the, you see when we talk about before the fight happens, before the fight starts, there's that moment of, you know, we get a little clip of them on pads. Yeah. We saw Canelo on pads doing something. It felt demonic, fam. It was like the uppercuts he was throwing on those pads. They were heavy shots. These guys trying to look quick and smooth. This guy was like, I'm gonna hurt him with this. Does Canelo regret it? Absolutely not, because too much was said. And this is what you got to do. You got to back your talk. And you know, it's mad because obviously, have you got the video of Thingy laughing? Have you got the video of
Oh, snap. Yeah, and you know what the crazy thing about this? I'm saying all this, but I wanted Billy Joe to win the fight. But the way the game goes.
He's putting on his stool. No way. What a wet man. Give me the 10 grand, baby. Give me the 10 grand. Hey, grab that, Louis. Nice one.
Listen, yeah. Watching that, mixed reviews, obviously, from some people, but I'm going to say this. All is fair in war. People need to understand, yeah? I understand, yeah, Billy Joe beat Eubank, but these men hate each other. If Eubank Jr. got knocked out, Billy Joe would be giving it very differently. Think about this though, on a Saturday night, I've won an extra 10 grand on top of my 10 grand, and one of my options got destroyed on TV. That right there is a great Saturday night. Like, so for me, I'm like, don't expect Eubank Jr. to have sympathy for this man. No, that beef is very real. The only sad thing in this is that now Billy Joe might retire and we don't get to see that part 2 fight. But I don't expect Eubank Jr. to be doing any niceties about Billy Joe Saunders. That's that for me.
Listen, all I'm saying is this is the bottom line. Yeah, he went in there. He was giving it the big one. Yeah. And if you give it a big and you get banged in your face, humility is a very good thing, fam. And you have to be brought down. You have to be brought down to earth. You got humbled in such a way that Tyson Fury said, yo, I'm going to fly out and chill with AB, fam. I'm not even on it, bro. Tyson Fury kept it moving, fam.
And you know what the baddest thing is, yeah? Tyson Fury is hilarious, you know, because straight after the fight, imagine your boy's going for surgery, like on his face after the fight. You man would have been celebrating, but he's like, nah, you're doing surgery. He's like, cool, I'm going to Miami real quick. I'll catch you up on Twitter. Then, straight after the fight now, Billy Joe Saunders' dad got into beef right in front of Tyson Fury. And fam, I ain't gonna lie, I expected more energy from Tyson Fury regarding this beef, fam. Like if you're fighting, yeah, I can't be ringside and I'm chilling and your dad gets robbed over, you expect me to back it in.
Hold on. Say, wait, don't try it yet. So wait, let's speculate again. You're telling me that I see your dad ringside, not my dad, your dad, yeah?
Fam.
No, wait, your dad's ringside and your
dad tries to get into the ring, security shove my dad over, yeah? And you're standing right there.
And I'm a whole 7 foot champion.
Heavyweight champ of the world. And you did.
Show it. The streets of you know, it's a bit mad, you know, because you know what I hated about that moment the most? It was the fan that came over and asked Fury for a
I shook his hand.
Nah. Do you know what's bad about that situation? Fans have no respect, you know. There's a real life situation happening in front of me and you're on some...
He's run over to be on some... Oh my gosh, you're Tyson Fury. He's like, how you doing, man? You're all right? Fam, whoa. I'm sorry.
On that one, yeah, should you back all I'm saying, when we open up the lines, Fury backed his dad.
Bro, if I ain't gonna lie, fam, if I watch that video and I'm seeing my dad get shoved over like that, and I know my boy was there, and he's an active fighter, fam, understand. It's on. That's
we having a conversation. Are we having
that's a man-to-man convo. That's a grown one. That car run. I'm not interested in the security. I don't care who didn't have a lanyard. Man needs to have back that beef, fam. Talking about I didn't have a lanyard. I couldn't get over the thing, bro. I couldn't get over the railing because.
Listen, what? Listen, he didn't go over the railing because he didn't have a lanyard.
Useless. Absolutely.
Listen. Let's open up the lines.
Let's open up the lines,
guys. We're putting the lanyard in the chat right now. The lines are open.
Click it and climb in, fam. No, but literally, I want to know: are we bugging? Should we give Billy Joe like more, more respect, more? Let's go. I just want to know what you lot are thinking. I don't think I'm bugging. I think people should keep the same energy, fam. The Dubois was treated
the same energy, bro.
Dubois, everyone. Did he quit? The whole world.
The gymnastics. Everyone's tap dancing right now, fam. I don't know if everyone got a text from. Yeah, I mean.
I didn't get my MTK press release though, so they didn't email me. So it is what it is. But all I'm saying is, we saw it, innit? We saw it, and I don't know if Dubois is not MTK, but he didn't get that love. He didn't get that same feeling.
All I know is I wanted Billy Joe to do the unthinkable this weekend, but man has to get what they have to get, bro. It is what it is.
Let's start the show proper.
Let's get it going. Oh, snap! Capricorn base.
Let's go, bro. We ain't here to mess around. The floor's yours. You're setting the scene, fam. What are you saying right now?
If we're gonna start this right.
Come on.
Let's go.
What's going on, music?
As I ride 6 South Street.
the hell's going on, bro? Who is this guy now, bro? He's turned into.
Wait, you get all intro music. What the hell?
Flip's sake, man.
Well, main event. No matter what's happening.
Main event, you know. He's on this. This is the 6 o'clock fight slot as well. He's talking about main event.
No, Travis, you're not going to do this no more, Travis.
Cool.
You're not doing that to my fighter, fam.
Right.
Yeah? All now.
Bro.
Wait. Hold on. I got some receipts still. Travis, what go on? Where's Maestro, fam?
Bro, this is too big of a show to be doing all this dancing, fam. Let's get to the stuff, fam.
We're not rushing it because my guy, yeah, man like Bass, yeah, he messaged Maestro, yeah. He was in the chat and he said, "Raw Maestro, there you go. Travis is writing checks that your ass can't cash. I'll see you in the ring May 3rd, fam." Man wrote that a long time ago, yeah. Has Maestro shown up? Nowhere to be found.
Useless. Absolutely useless.
So, Travis, you tell me why your guy's avoiding smoke, because he went on his platform. I have it here, bruv. That's Maestro.
I have a chat with my fighter. I have a chat with him. We'll get past. We'll get this over the line. Hopefully, we'll get an announcement this week.
War base. Let's go. Do your thing, bruv.
All right. So first things first. Man didn't get to let off any work last week, so I got to make a few quick points about last week. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So let's remember again. It's like I'm 3-0 when it comes to saying things. People not respecting what man's saying, and all of a sudden I get proved right. Who was the one saying over 2 months ago that Craig Richards was the best light heavyweight in the country?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So I'm not even going to really go into that one too much, but what I do want to address. All right. So you man obviously know that I know me and man like Ade.
Yeah.
We're good. Like he's my dog. Like I got a lot of love for Ade. Love the channel. Love everything. And I was on his channel. He's got StreamYard now. So man was on yesterday. We had our little chat.
Okay.
But I told him to show up today because I had a little bit of smoke for him.
Whoa.
Imagine, and I remember he's my boy, so it's not personal, but it's business. Now last week, a man tried to throw me under the bus about the whole Craig Richards scoring thing. Remember when he said, "Oh, you should have brought Bass on for Craig, like because he came on my thing." I said, "Oh, it's 7-0 to Bivol," and I just looked like, "Oh, okay." You remember when he did that?
I remember.
This same time, my man's scorecard was 6-1. At the end of the fight, when I said 118, 110, he said the exact same thing. To the point, you see where there was the 115, 113 card and the 115, 114 card? My man was like, "It's a disgrace. People ain't gonna come over here no more." But in front of Craig, all of a sudden he's doing match of the day reruns.
Oh,
now listen. I'm here for this, yeah, but bro, too much has happened. We
All
need
right.
to
let's get up to date, bro. Let's get up to date.
Up to date. I know you had that residual beef. I like it. I'm here to promote it, fam. But we need to get into what the people are here for right now, bro. Talk to me about Billy Joe.
Let's simmer and let that one slide. Can I do my top 10 light heavyweights in the country? Because I didn't get to do that either. Or we're gonna say no?
We're not on the light heavyweights this week, fam. We'll get back to that another week.
All right.
Fine. We got this
I'm gonna
Billy
let you
Joe.
direct from now. So you man direct where we're gonna take this convo.
Billy Joe Saunders.
Okay.
What you saying? Was he moving fraudulent? Did he quit? Should Tyson Fury back to beef? Are people moving mad with how they're talking about Dubois, and it's not looking the same for Billy Joe? The floor is yours.
100%. He did quit, but he tried to do it on the sneaky tip of, "Oh, I'll make someone else do it for me instead. Like I'll tell the corners to wave it off." If he was that intelligent, what he would have done was gone out for the 9th and just said, "Get the towel ready." That's what he would have done. Take on one quick throw and the towel, throw the towel that way. Then you're absolved of all criticism. But you stayed on your stool Your man told you had enough, and you just looked down and started crying. Like, yeah, it was too much for me. Like, nah.
It's mad. It's mad because HGM wants. Wait 1 second. I'm just saying. I'm just preparing you as my fighter. You're gonna carry on with this Billy Joe thing, but HGM wants beef, fam. He's saying, how is Craig Richards the best light heavyweight in the UK, fam? All I'm saying is, I'm just letting you know. So get these thoughts off. HGM's gonna come in swinging. Usually,
Man, I might have to just say we might have to postpone this beef, fam, because this topic is gonna move straight back to light heavyweights, cuz.
I'll tell you what. Start me and HGM for next week or the end of the
we'll do that. We'll do that.
We'll set up. HGM, be ready, fam. But go on, do your thing.
Yeah. So again, like Billy Joe. I mean, look. Talking all the talk he did, I mean, look, it was good promotion. Like, it sold the fight, it got people invested. But I don't think in his heart of hearts he was really, you know, he really felt that he could do it. Maybe he did, but let's be real. When those body shots started coming in, man started moving a bit different. Like that bouncing was like, yeah.
You think he genuinely didn't believe? Because that ring walk, the way he came into the ring, he came in like it was his night, man. Do you know what I mean? I didn't get that impression.
If you look at the ring walk here, even though he was down and he was trying to soak it all in, you saw man breathing heavy as well. If you go back and watch the ring walk again, like there was a lot of nerves there because he never been on that stage before. Like, don't get me wrong, like it's almost like he was excited and pumped to be there, but you could see that he looked like, oh, this is a bit different to what I was expecting. Like, if you check it again.
Okay.
So that's my fault.
This is the thing, though. So he asked for a 22-inch ring, yeah?
Yeah.
And did he make that ring count? Did he just fell under the lights? He was in a big situation. Did he really get what he wanted to do off?
The ring's not even really the issue. The issue is his legs ain't there no more. What he thought he could do, he can't do again. Like, and I don't know if that's due to just a lack of preparation. I don't know if that's due to all the ballooning up and down in weight, not taking certain things serious, or maybe just the fact that the level of fights he's had does not prepare you for a man at the elite levels like a Canelo.
It's it's at 168. 168. Billy Joe is not the same guy that we remember. So there's no shining performances at 168.
Definitely agree with that. The ring and the whole thing with the ring anyway, he's never fought in a 22-foot ring. So what was really the point of arguing that? That's just an extra. That all that is more circumference for you to now get tired quicker because there's more before you get to the ropes. That's all it is. Extra movement for no reason. Like everything he was doing was almost like in 4th, 5th, and 6th gear when Canelo was just in 1 and 2 and still keeping up with him, just making him tire himself out.
Yeah.
What do you think about him dropping the hands and really he kind of fell into that uppercut almost?
No, the drop in the hands thing initially was the best thing for him because it split Canelo's attention. Because if you got to worry about one hand that's down here, one hand that's up here, or wherever they're coming from, you're looking down now. You're not focused on what he's doing.
Yeah.
So that part was fine. The issue was he kept doing the same thing where he would lunge in and then try and drop down to evade a shot. Someone like Canelo is going to notice that pattern, and he was trying to land those uppercuts from early, not even too much to the head, but he was doing it to the body. And then he just thought, he said, okay, I see you keep doing this, so now all I have to do is just time one of these right. And as you saw, devastation, whole face broke up.
Right face, bro.
Listen, all I'm saying is, what's next, Rim? What's next? What do you imagine? Can he come back from this? Will he just be on a European thing, fight Eubank, and then or is it done? Is the Billy Joe story?
Man, his career's over. What's he coming? At the end of the day, what's he coming back for? He's not gonna get a fight the same size as that again. He's gonna. At the end of the day, he can look at himself now and say, you know what? I got beat by the best fighter in the world, innit? I went out, I did my best. That was it. I'm no longer, even if I feel like I'm still at the elite level, now I don't have to prove anything. Imagine if he comes back and takes an L to someone that's not of that caliber. There's no reason for him to come back. And he's not disciplined enough anyway. He's going to be out for a good year with his eye healing. Do you really think he's going to stay in the gym and keep sharp and body spar for a whole year? He'd probably end up looking like Tyson Fury, 18 stone or something. Realistic.
Bro,
Listen, you set us off real small right now. Listen, your next week you got HGM.
HGM, bruv.
He's
I'm
ready.
looking forward to it. He's one of the few people that I feel is a worthy challenge. It would have been lineal, but apparently his name is Just Ray now because HGM took his title away a couple weeks ago when he ducked the crash. So that was a fight I was looking forward to. I had two controversial losses to him. One split decision and one disqualification. And in both of them, Travis was moving mad as the judge. So I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the title.
Look, bro, when you fight on the Trevor X promotion show, you're on the B side, bro. So don't expect no preferential treatment.
Respect my fighter, fam. Let's go. Bruce Kai, he was waiting. Yeah.
Talk to us, bro.
Time. Listen. You've been like, I would say, I'm not going to call you a Billy Joe hater, but you're not one of Billy Joe's biggest.
Oh, Bruce has not held his word.
Listen, man, Billy Joe. Oh my God. Karma is a bitch. You see, you're going out with all that big talk about, this, cussing other fighters. That it's crazy, right? How you guys already said how with the Daniel Dubois thing and even Kell Brook, what he said about Kell Brook. And here's the thing, and Ash and I said it in the comments too, which I agree. Two things can be true. Billy Joe quit, but also he should have quit. Now, the reason why he should have quit, and it's sensible to quit, is because with that kind of injury, you have to think of your career first. But there's a big difference. Billy Joe's whole career, number one, has been him like almost belittling other fighters because he thought he was so dope. But when you really check it, and I will wait on the line until the end of the show for someone to tell me this, who has Billy Joe fought? No fucking body.
He's on rules.
David Lemieux and Andy Lee are his biggest wins. Apart from that, who else? You're going with big Versace robe and giving it the big man, and your career is shit. And then people have the audacity to laugh at Amir Khan. Look at Amir's resume. Doesn't matter like the wins or just look who he wants to get in the ring with. It's different. You can't move in the way that he's been moving with zero resume. And do you understand? Like, no. Let's look at it differently. You know, so when you're talking about pulse and all that, and Trav, you said it. My man sitting on his stool, Tibbs is saying, can you see what, like, we've seen fighters when they get ready to, like, the coach is ready to wave it off, and the fighters have been like, no. They stood up, they protest. No, I'm ready to go. My man just sat in his seat, head down with the towel, barling.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? There was no impetus for you to get up. There was no nothing. You know, and here's the other thing. People saying like, Billy Joe was winning, man. It was winning. Like, let me just quote you this from Gabe Rosado. And I know, like, he's not the greatest fighter, but one thing is that he's objective. And I think in boxing, people need to be objective. And here's one of the most objective things you can say. Personality-wise, not many people like Floyd Mayweather. Yeah. But boxing-wise, probably will go down as the number one boxer who ever lived and top 3 fighters who to lace up gloves who ever lived, regardless whether you like him or not. That's being objective. Yes. Gabe Rosado said this. Let's put things in perspective. Rounds that were close wasn't because they were competitive. It was more of Canelo setting him up. It's a 12-round fight. You can't put your foot on the gas every round. Sometimes you have to cruise to find your openings. And that's exactly what Canelo did. Look at the way he cut the ring off. Look at the way that he do you understand? Like,
he made the ring look small. Like the whole undercard, everybody made the ring look like it was massive.
Right. And people talk about Canelo's plodding. You see within the first 20 seconds, the huge left to the body he threw. I was like, wow, okay, he's already found his distance. Like the guy, what Mexican beef or not, whatever you want to say, because if he's on Mexican beef, every man is on something. It's a, you know, that conversation is next level. But when you look at it, he's a special talent. And for people, you know, I was one of the ones, I was even like, man, I'm nervous. And you know why I was nervous in the BJS fight? Because the way Billy talks, I was all the way bought into it. Like, wow, maybe he's got some crazy boxing IQ I don't know of.
Yeah,
I don't know of it, because he's never fought anyone. He's not had a resume. So me, I just bought into the gypsy talk. Like, yeah, man's about to go. Like, wow, we haven't seen the spectacular boxing. But it just goes to show you how far talk can go. When talk is one thing, but actuality. And what's the famous Tyson quote? Everyone's got a plan till they get punched in the face.
Come on.
Man felt the uppercut from the gods and said, I'm nice. I'm good. As Gabe Rosado said, he could have come out and said, you know what? Let me go out on my shield. Let the ref stop it. Let me go down. Let me just take a count. Let me do something. No one in this godforsaken earth can tell me that Billy Joe didn't quit. And exactly what Base just said. He did the sneaky one. He didn't say much. He let his trainer do all this, but you quit, my guy. You quit. End of story. Facts.
You're not telling
facts.
Bruce, and he said, I'm ready. He said, I'll wait here. Who wants it, bro?
Dude, listen, I will wait, bro. Honestly, there's no one that can tell me. Name me one guy. Name me one guy that Billy's fought that we can say, that's a great resume.
Listen,
never.
It's mad. Andy Lee is literally the biggest win.
I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check right now. See, people saying, "Where's the link?" If you want this smoke, if you want to defend, because I don't want to be here just hurting. I don't want to be here hurting Billy Joe, and there's no one here to defend Billy Joe. So if you're a Billy Joe, if that's your guy, come to the door right now. Right? Where they at? Are they here? Listen, let's still talk though. Let's still talk.
Here's the other thing that Base was saying. In terms of his career, I don't see how he comes back. And I don't see where, because here's the thing. Yeah, he fought Canelo, elite fighter, whatever, elite, He really should have been doing that for the last 2 years at that level. You know, his last fight before this was what? Martin Murray. Like, come on, man. Come on. But anyway,
fight as well.
Who's he going to fight now? Lara? Benavidez? Maybe Charlo says, you know what? I want to move. Let me go. Like, who?
I feel like the only fight for Billy Joe is Eubank again. That's
right.
it.
And let me just tell you, I'm telling you, after that injury, how we saw that Billy Joe Saunders ain't got the minerals. He has not got the minerals. Eubank is going to prey on that, and he's going to go back to 2017, 2018 Eubank and just bully my man and just throw until BJS is like, wow, where? Oh. And it's just going to happen the same thing. Once you got an injury like that, you are done.
Yeah,
and you are done.
I don't think, you know what's mad? Even with the injury, I don't know if Eubank can get their work done, you know.
What's that?
Even with the injury.
You don't think Eubank can beat him still?
I mean, to be honest with you, who knows? I mean, Eubank, like I said to you guys last time, my guy's an entertainer. So I don't really, I'm not even really like behind Eubank like that. I just like the legacy and the name. I think it's and that's the one thing I like about the Eubank. But serious opposition like Benavidez, dude, Benavidez will dent his forehead. Like, don't get it twisted. My man's long, rangy. He cuts the ring off so well. Charlo, it's not even a conversation. My man hits like a truck. He's quick.
He can't take his eye in there. He can't take his eye.
He can't.
Eubank is the only one. Eubank's the only one he can mix with because Eubank doesn't have concussive power. So it's
right.
If the eye heals and is sturdy enough, he might be able to manage.
Right, but Trav, as we've seen, we thought BJ he had the minerals, but he don't. It was more talk than anything. So now we know that. Is he really going to want to step in with anyone?
But we have to give some credit to Billy Joe Saunders for this point alone.
Why are we giving credit?
His cheekbone cracked up in that fight, and he didn't get put down. And he survived the round.
You know what? Trav, you know what I will say? I will agree with you. I will agree with you. Many a man have dropped from that uppercut, and you got to say, you know what? Hats off. He had a good chin, but a good chin and a good chin only. I can't give him anything more than that.
What about Margarito? What about people that have taken real?
No, I hear you. I'm not trying to put him up there with all the. No, hear what I'm saying. I'm not trying to put him up there with all of the craziest things that have ever happened. But I'm saying he was in there with that Canelo. His eye cracked, and he didn't get put down, and he made it back to his corner. I'm just giving him that kudos.
Even in that, I will say to him, you know what? But here's the other thing: when you talk about like guts and glory and cut from a different cloth. Gabe Rosado had the same injury and a detached retina and came out for the next round, and it was stopped by the ref because the ref thought, hold on, come over here. Doctor checked it. doctor was like,
Oh, fam.
"Big man, nah. You can't carry on." So Billy cloth, Billy, I thought was cut from that cloth, and I was so shocked when I was like, "Wow, you're gonna go out like that after the way you went on to Triple D, after the way you went on to Kelbrook." And it's not even him saying, "Nah, you should go out on your shield." It's the way he said it. It's the belittling manner in which he spoke down to those fighters. Like, nah, listen, see me, I'm cut from a different cloth. And his last fight was some Turkish guy that he went 12 rounds with and struggled. I'm like, I'm trying to tally all these things up. And here's the last point I wanted to make. Have you guys seen all the MTK global fanboys coming out making videos saying like, no, he didn't quit? Like, how quick? I saw a little clip of the Tunde and the Spencer Fearon live stream. Bruh,
couldn't believe
when
it.
anyone mentioned the way Billy spoke to Dubois and all those guys, they brushed over the subject so rapid they didn't even mention it. Oh no, he didn't quit. I'm like, you guys are on a fraud thing right now, like straight up fraud. Like, you can't be objective. My man's sitting there in his videos wearing MTK Global t-shirt anyway, so we know what side of the fence he sits on. So it's cool. But it's like, if you're going to do the punditry, at least do the punditry. At least be objective. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like, and all these MTK Global guys coming out. Oh, it's like, where was the life-threatening injuries when Dubois did the same thing? Where was the better to save his life in Brook? Where was that talk?
Fam.
That's real.
Where was that talk? But because it's Billy Joe and it's MTK and you want to, and I don't even want to make it about race, but when we look at the people that they were clowning, as opposed to my guy, it says a lot. That's all I'm going to say. You make your own conclusions. But Daniel Dubois and Brook have to come out and be warriors and don't worry about their life and their, careers. But BJ, he made the right decision. Listen, man, save his eye. Oh, he could have gone blind. He needs to shut up, man. Nah, man. Nah.
Useless.
Bruce is funding right now,
Nonsense.
Bruce is podding right
Man.
now.
Listen,
bro.
I've been waiting since Saturday to come on this thing and offload with boy. Like, listen, you don't understand. I've been counting the hours. Like, hold on a second, we got one more hour till I'm mashing up the place. That's what I said. Listen, but I said what I said. You guys agree. You know what it is. I don't think there's anyone. There's no one that can disagree with that, because I'm being 100% objective. I don't like Billy because of the things he said whole career. But if you're looking objectively, there's nothing you can argue with any of it, because it's facts. We all saw it. The evidence is there. He said what he said. He quit. It's just, that's it. That's it.
That's real.
Bro,
so,
listen, on that,
he let the thing ring off this evening, boy.
Smoky settings. You know what the killer is? I knew Bruce had something. I knew he was in the talk, even because he messaged me on Twitter and he said he showed me, he sent receipts in it.
Yeah.
KG, hold this receipt. I'll see you on Monday. I said, oh.
And let's just get the image up here of the fracture that they're saying that Billy Joe has experienced. So this is what we're talking about. Literal cheek separation.
So that means just skin. It's just been held on by skin.
It's just hanging in the cheek, bro.
Yeah,
it's a lot of stuff.
That's a lot. Do you know what my thing? Before we bring in the man, because I just want to say this. Yeah.
Go on.
What's mad about the situation is Dubois is at the beginning of his career. Yeah. So when you say disparaging things about him, you're killing him already.
Yeah.
You're taking away. You're taking his legs from beneath him, and it's almost like you're ending his career. Fair enough, we don't help, but Dubois makes it so easy. I don't know if you've seen the latest video that Frank Warren posted. Frank Warren's got no respect.
Someone needs to really get that. Someone just needs to reach out and just chat to them, man, with how they're looking after Dubois, bro.
After the week that we've had in boxing, in terms of what Eddie did out there, and Frank to make the video that he just made. Don't worry, people. I will be posting it tomorrow.
We'll get that. Don't worry, we'll get that out there.
But yeah, let's go. Listen, and
just to clarify, that's not the actual X-ray. It's an example of the type of fracture that they're saying that he has, where it's like literal top, below, side. It's on 4 points. The cheek is just like affected. It's mad.
But how mad is that though? Look what they're doing, bro. This is the media spin, fam. Why are we getting X-ray, fam? We ain't seen one Dubois X-ray. Not one in this world, fam. What is the difference? All now, people, do you know what I've been seeing? It's not pissing me off. Man, them are saying, you know what? Billy Joe would have lost anyway. Look at the judges' scorecard. Why are you lot trying to prove this to us? What is it about this fighter that you don't want to be, he don't need to be looked at negatively, and he should be? That's it, because you don't go around, walk around all the way around town, giving it the biggin, not showing up to things that you're meant to be at, yeah, and then talking, and then get punched up like that. Bro, man retired you, fam. You're not boxing because of what he did. Why? And he was humble. It's not like Canelo goes around throwing his weight around. Canelo's so humble with you, fam.
He chills. The thing is, it's so mad. I'm torn from like, because I enjoyed, and I thought it was strategically smart to just like, you know, annoy Canelo. Come in with the energy that Billy Joe was on this week. Like for me, I was looking, I was thinking to myself, you know what? No one's done that to him before. Like Fury and Klitschko, like there's mind games will be how you unravel a fighter that's better than you. So I was like completely not against that approach. Do you know what I mean? Naturally, that comes with high expectations, high stakes. So you get that wrong, they're going to get you the hell out of here. But I wasn't against the talk and all the lead up. That's just my stance.
One man never saying to me he sold the fight. You lot, the fight was sold.
Nah. Let's be real. The fight promo weren't doing the crazy things that before Billy Joe got active. Let's be honest.
Are you telling me that they wouldn't have packed out that stadium without?
They would have packed out the stadium, but you got to remember in that business, the stadium tickets are not what you get into this game for. Like, pack it out, cool, but pay-per-view numbers is what they're after. So,
and you're selling. So, what? How much of the pay-per-view did? How much did the pay-per-view?
No, listen, I'm not going to get into the pay-per-view conversation, but I'm saying that last week of Billy Joe's antics and disrespecting Canelo, no one's disrespecting Canelo. So having man be at the face-to-face by himself, leaning on the railings, waiting for Billy Joe. Then Billy Joe saying, I want a 22-foot ring. Now there's headlines about the ring. Then we get the ring, and Billy Joe's like, yeah, cool. Yeah, I'll show up. I'll be there on Saturday. There's so much drama that made everybody care about this fight. Bro, I couldn't wait for the fight, fam. Billy Joe sold that fight for me. So Billy Joe did that, and he carried all the promotion. Because remember, Canelo sells the fight on the basis that he's a great fighter, not the fact that he's a star.
And was it worth it, bro?
Absolutely.
For you,
it was a great event. It was a great event and a great fight.
All right, we're gonna talk anyway. We'll talk later. This ain't even a podcast, bro. Cool. Let's go off the canvas. You predicted a Billy Joe Saunders win as usual.
As usual, bro. I'm not predicting no more, fam. Yeah. Anyone asking for a prediction, bro? I'm gonna go with the one that I'm gonna copy everyone else's, fam. Yeah. The thing is, what I noticed, I'm bad at predicting, yeah. But fam, at least I predict, fam. Yeah, I stick my head on the line and I show face afterwards if things don't turn out the right way. Yeah, some other man, they will say this person win. You won't see them for 6 months. Then they will come back later, fam. You know the way there, fam.
Yeah, it's real. You're not lying. You ain't telling no lies, bro. So go on, talk to me. You were in the Billy Joe Saunders camp. How do you see things? I saw you kind of shaking your head when Bruce Kai was talking. I don't know if you're shaking head in disagreement. I don't know what was going on, but I always wanted to hear from you. The floor's yours.
You know what? Like when Bruce Kai was talking, yeah. You know, it felt like a teacher telling you off, yeah, for messing something up, but you can't complain. You're just sitting there, just taking it, and it'd be like, yeah, this guy did this. And you're thinking, fam, I can't complain, fam, but it's kind of peak, fam. It's kind of peak right now. I scored it at that time. It's long, isn't it? You know, you get shouted into tension with that the spit coming out their face, fam, and they're just like, oh, it's peak, fam. It's one of them ones. But yeah, man. With regards to Billy Joe Saunders, I scored it at that time. I'm a biased guy. I'm gonna say it straight. I scored it a 4-4, but having looked back at it, maybe it was probably a 5-3. A lot of people were underscoring him due to the fact that they didn't like what he was doing, the antics throughout the week. Yeah. And I think that's kind of a bit unfair because you should score the fight based on what the fight is, not your feelings on both fighters. What I noticed as well, Canelo was winning. What happened? Billy Joe was applying pressure from the early part of the rounds to, let's say, mid to within 2 minutes of the rounds, and he would be winning the first couple of minutes. Canelo will throw 2 one hook, two hooks to the body.
But the thing,
Lo and
the thing
behold,
is, though, the thing is, like, the scoring is yeah. A lot of people would have said they had Billy Joe up, but you watch that fight back again, you can't.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna do your best gymnastics to get him up to 3 rounds, and I wanted Billy Joe to win, so I'm not really rolling with that still.
It's a sad state of events.
So what are you saying? Because I know we always had this conversation, and Ash wants us to bring it up. So I'm going to respect Ash. Ash says our boxers, our British guys are getting out there and still getting moved to. What is there a problem? Is there a problem with the way we're setting up? Because I don't think tactically, I thought the tactics were against Canelo. Canelo was just coming forward. He carved the ring so easily. Billy Joe Saunders, who thought would be someone a bit more elusive, a bit more tricky. Even Canelo said it was easier than I expected.
Yeah.
What are we saying? Did he use the whole 22-foot of ring? I was expecting more. I thought he was going to be on the run or at least show us some boxing skill. Keep it moving. Use the ring. He didn't use that. Was that Canelo?
He used good distance. Like, he used his range again, in and out of range, and counter punching, and catching Canelo at very clean angles effectively. What I didn't like during the fight was the part where he was standing on the ropes. He was always, once he got onto the ropes, I kept feeling anxious. I said, Billy, just get off the ropes, man, because when he's on the ropes, Canelo walks him down, and when you're in the corner, Canelo can load off the shots, and he's, to be fair, for me, like, was the tactics good? The thing is, if he had the best trainer, the best tactics, would he even be in Canelo as well? And I'm just thinking, you know what, with this Canelo guy, to beat him, I've seen throughout the Billy Joe Saunders fight, I've seen slight weaknesses in Canelo Alvarez. Whoever can beat him, I don't know if any person fits that specific fighting style to beat Canelo Alvarez. You need to be number one, elusive and highly skilled, getting in and out of range.
You gotta move like Floyd.
You gotta move like Floyd, but you also have to pack a little bit of power. Not like, we're not talking crazy power.
Just to keep man honest, isn't it?
Exactly. You need to keep man in a very good, you need bit further. But the thing is, with Canelo Alvarez, I don't think even some cruiserweights can knock him out. That's how I think, in my opinion, he's one of the most well-conditioned boxers. Well-conditioned boxers, like in boxing at the moment. I've not seen any fighter out there that's in a better bro. He was getting.
What about,
it felt like
Andrade? Let's bring him into
no.
Andrade is a good shout. That is a good shout.
I'm just bringing him into the conversation in terms of, he talks about someone that's elusive. Yeah, I know he hasn't got the power. I know he hasn't got that. But I'm saying, does he have some of the
Categorically no.
Wow.
No one at
168. Can I be honest? He's got more of a chance than some of the other names that have been touted out. Like, for me, I wasn't impressed with Bivol against Craig Richards the other day, and I think Canelo Alvarez will walk him down stylistically. Will walk him down. But Turbiev, I need to see a lot more of him against tougher opponents for me to gauge an opinion of him a bit more. Charlo, I don't think Charlo could beat him. I think, to be fair, I think the best person. There's no best person that can beat Canelo Alvarez. The person out there that stylistically, through their boxing IQ attributes, who can beat Canelo Alvarez, who's got the best chance out of all of them. If I had to line them up, who's got the best chance? Because I don't think Canelo Alvarez could beat all of them cleanly, no problem. But it's probably Andrade.
Everybody at 168, anybody at 168 cleans out. There might be one or two names at light heavy that cause some issues. I'm not betting on no one. Not many men at light heavyweight division are going to trouble Canelo, fam. He's going to have to get too brave and go up to cruiserweight and see how he does there for us to see what him looking vulnerable looks like.
You're not even saying, but again, when OTC gives gives takes or like predictions, you got to throw that in the bin, fam. That's as good as...
do the opposite. Do the exact opposite and you'll get 100%
correct.
Yeah, but with regards to just like what Ash was saying with regards to the British boxing, like the thing is we're not losing to one specific side of the ocean. We're not losing to like America. We're not losing to a certain region of fighters. We're losing to across the board. And as well as that, I think for me, the top of the if I had to put it with like nationality, the top of the boxing fighting world for me right now is the Mexican fighters. Mexican fighters for me have currently dominated in this generation, 2021, on top of the game. But can we come back? Yeah, absolutely. I'm optimistic. We've got a lot of young, good fighters as well. We've got the light. We're good upwards, so we're good from light heavy up to heavyweight. The ones below that, here and there, here and there. But except with the rest of the, just to touch upon just a couple of other parts with regards to the Mayweather and Logan Paul. For me, I agree with that fight in particular. I'm always optimistic with regards to YouTubers and that sort of fight. For me, it actually does better for boxing because what you notice when Triller like done the good like spectacles etc. with regards to their production, their camera angles etc. The Zone all of a sudden stepped their game up a bit. Okay, ESPN with Top Rank stepped up their levels, fam, because this Triller company just hopped in 2 minutes ago and showed a better production than man like Queensbury in that what's it called, the community center, fam. Yeah, and also as well for me, like just to touch upon the Daniel Dubois situation as well, just quickly. For me, I've had like internal warfare right this week because I'm thinking, fam, like, I had to question myself. I'm thinking, was I right with Daniel Dubois? I will say this guy's moving like Colin Kaepernick in the ring. This guy, like, he should. I don't know what he's doing. I was cussing him. A part of me kind of regrets. I said, you know what? Maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way. And maybe I was too harsh with Daniel Dubois. I could be wrong at times, and me with the Daniel Dubois situation and prioritizing your health over sort of that intermediate ring or intermediate win. For me, that like I've taken my tune with regards to that one. Not happy with the Chris Eubank Jr. scenario. For me, I don't even want Billy Joe Saunders. If he was going to fight again, I wouldn't even want him to fight Chris Eubank Jr. I wouldn't even fight Chris Eubank Jr. if I was Billy Joe Saunders. One, I've already beaten him. It's better for him than it is for me. Like what's Billy Joe going to get out of it? It's not.
It's a payday, it's a retirement payday, isn't it?
Oh, he'll be back. I'm telling you right now. But listen, off OTC, we'll see you soon, fam. We don't
big
know
up, guys. Yeah.
Take it easy, man.
Big up. I'm going to the Moscow so guys. So yeah, big up.
Cool.
Come on, man. Love that.
Guys, please hit the like button right now if you're enjoying the show.
Yeah. Let's get wow, lineal HGM.
Oh snap!
Wow, because he took the.
Yeah, he took that off Lineal Ray, fam. It's mad. HGM, talk to us. No, everybody with the intro music now.
Yo.
What's going on, bro?
Wait. Can I just say, yeah, I am looking forward to HGM versus Warbase, bruv.
Oh, that's gonna be a hell of a fight next week.
Yeah, to be fair, man. Base is a legend, man. He's a legend in the game, man. I don't know how you treat man.
HGM, bro, I want to sign you to Trevor X Promotions. How you feel about that?
Man. Yo, man, I'm fine with that, man. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. See, KJ was trying to snake. You see what KJ was trying to do? Trying to snake me. Every time I had a comment to say, if throwing someone, I was thinking, you know what? I'm gonna back out the big 9, man. I'm gonna back it out, put them in a coffin anytime, man. As what's it called? Ninja Man said, "Killer man, anytime, anywhere, dead, anytime." Anyway,
my gosh.
Oh yeah, shouts out to Off the Canvas, man. He's not been the same, man. What's up with him, man? He's not been the same, man.
He's not been the same.
Yo,
you say he's a man like
I seen man like Bruce Kai and Bass just saying, "Yo, man, poor lad, man, poor lad." the way the guy was talking about Bataviev, man, it's like he's never watched boxing, man. Yo, the guy retired. What's his name? Off the Canvas. Batavia's retired Grovesick, who was a gold medalist, who beat, I think it was Adonis Stevenson, who was pound for pound. So how can you say Batavia is not good? Come on, man. But anyway, we'll move on.
It's mad. I want to hear what you want to say about.
Yeah, you already know what it is, man. Billy Joe quit, man. Billy Joe quit. Simple as, man. Billy Joe quit. But the thing is, what I like is he was having a good account for himself as well. Like round 6, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
He was having a good account for himself, but then what happened was, because Canelo was missing with certain punches, started feeling himself. And then Billy Joe, Canelo just started channeling some next spirit in round 8, man. Yo, you see with the crowd made the big. You see when he was lifting his hands, you could feel the energy. It's like you could feel the energy, man. It's like you could feel my man was absorbing the energy. It was like some Goku spirit mama or some Ryu Ken or something, man.
It was different.
And when Billy Joe like ducked, and my man gave him an uppercut, you heard his face break, mate. You heard his face break.
It was mad. It was so mad. Even he was trying. He started working on that uppercut from the 4th round.
He was landing anytime he wanted, to be honest.
He said, "Let me see what this uppercut looks like." And sadly for Billy Joe Saunders, he left the face out there. He was even the lunging that he was doing. It was weird. Some of the things he was doing, I did not understand. Billy Joe Saunders' strategy. I still know now. I'm like, what was they setting up to do? How were they planning to win this fight?
What he was trying to do, you could tell. He watched Landy Lara. He done the exact same thing. So Landy Lara basically done the jab move around, miss, jab move around. Yeah, that's good. But Canelo was younger and a lot lighter. Canelo's coming in the ring about 190. Yo, I don't care what Canelo's coming in nearly a cruiserweight. You see the size of my man's neck?
It's mad.
And then with the intro, I had to do the salsa when I heard that intro. That Viva la Mexico, Canelo. When I heard, trust me, man. No, the joke thing is, I had to go back and watch Prince Nassim's intro when he was listening to Red Rap. When my mom and dad said but different. But at the end of the day, as Bruce Sky said, he said calm as a bee, but I just say the Lord works in mysterious ways. Church and start reading scriptures, man, because you reap what you sow. My man was you reap what you sow. My man was on the absolute crud to Daniel Dubois about, even if I had 2 broken eyes, 2 broken arms, 2 broken kneecaps, I'd never do it because I'm a warrior. I'm a gypsy, this, that. My man got cracked in the face. My man was retreating in his corner, crying, man. Crying. And then Mark Tibbs is like, "You're all right, son. You're all right. You're all right." And Billy Joe's just there, like, not saying a word. My man quit, man. I ain't trying to hear him. I ain't trying to hear him because the thing with Billy Joe's a great boxer, but when you talk this amount of crud, you need to back it up.
I want to challenge that. Is he a great boxer, fam?
I'm not talking. I'm talking about from the skill of boxing, from the art of boxing. Is a great boxer from that.
What skill?
No, that's a fair statement.
No, I'm not talking. No, it's not a fair statement. What skill was shown? When we say I can look good against look against the minnows, I'm talking when we go up levels, the same way we try to talk about Eubank. We kind of laugh at Eubank. We say, Eubank, what have you really, really, really done? Yes, Joe Saunders has won a title. Yes, we can't take that away from him. But is he? Because when it was a time to show skill, I didn't see that skill.
Made Canelo miss though. He made Canelo miss a lot. If you watch, he made Canelo miss a lot.
Even if you think about how Canelo fought that fight, Canelo's gone into that fight, and yes, there was a few misses. He was a little bit evasive. There was a few moments in that fight.
But you also have to remember though. You have to remember. No, but listen to what you're saying though. He was in there with Canelo, bro. Canelo is an elite Hall of Fame fighter in his prime. In his prime.
I don't believe that was a boxing clinic. I don't believe that any.
It's not about it being a clinic, bro. He stormed him down, walked him down, and battered him.
You're calling Billy Joe Saunders. Canelo said, this is not me putting words in Canelo's mouth. He said this was way easier than I expected. And it's true. He went into that fight saying, you know what, all he's doing is plodding forward, plod, and then he caught him to the rope.
I think Canelo's just talking with a lot of vim. because he don't like him.
But,
For how he was going on.
but how did you always get caught?
But the fact you're saying that you don't think he's a great fighter is outrageous, bro. I'm sorry, I can't accept it.
Quotes off, and then you can say what you want to say.
Go on.
If I back you up on the ropes, if I get you to the ropes each and every time at me trying at will, and I get these body shots off, and I was doing it consistently, I worked the distance from the second round. That shouldn't be able to happen so easy if you're this elite, elusive fighter. No, it shouldn't. That's how I feel. But you're saying that Billy Joe is not a great boxer because of how Canelo handled him. That's not a fair measurement stick, bro. Canelo is handling many of these guys like that. But who is he fought to say that he's that great? Who is he?
No, bro, no. Because you look at his amateur career, you look at the skills that he's displayed to say that he's got those skills. Doing them against Canelo is another task altogether.
Too, Travis.
Bro, it doesn't. Listen, you can't use Canelo. All I'm saying is this: Canelo cannot be the measuring stick for how great someone is.
I'm saying who is he fought against to say that he's an elite mover in the ring?
I didn't say he was elite, man. I said he's a good boxer. Skill-wise, he's a good boxer. You can just look at him with his eyes and see he's a good boxer.
You
can just look and say my man's a good boxer.
Bro,
when it's time to show good boxing and great boxing, did you see it? No, we didn't.
Oh, right. Okay.
He's lost to Canelo Alvarez.
KG. Right, listen.
Get him out of here, H.
Listen. I'm talking about the skill. I'm not talking about the man's durability. There could have been guys in there who didn't have the skill and are more durable than Billy Joe. So when they'd look cruddy against against Canelo, but they'd take punches. Billy Joe, when you look at his skill, he made not a lot of people make Canelo miss. Canelo was missing a lot of the shots.
The man ratings. Because he made Canelo miss. That's what you lot are saying. That's what
how many people make Canelo miss?
Exactly.
I want to understand this because Canelo now is he's changing. His style's changing. Because in his confidence, you can all you like. Who's he beating? What great he showed, bruv?
You are not. You're missing the point. When your man says he's got skills, cool. He's got those skills. Is he the one to be able to get it done against Canelo? That's the measuring stick you're putting him in now. Right now, it's crazy.
Travis, where have you seen them skills? I'm waiting. Tell me their thingy. You're saying because he made him miss. That's all you want to do. That's it. That's what we're doing right now.
Okay.
At that level.
I'm going to ask you a question, KG. How many people do you see name me 5 boxers right now with Billy Joe's skill set?
What's that?
Name me 5 boxers right now with Billy Joe's skill set.
What is Billy Joe's skill set? Is what I'm asking you, look.
Okay, so making elite fighters miss.
You're not taking the piss. If this where the bar is, the bar's in hell, fam.
Okay, then Muhammad Ali's not a legend then because he made elite boxers miss as well.
Wait, what we do?
He's not a legend. He's not a legend no more.
That's crazy. Still, that's mad. That's a mad.
Wait.
He's not a legend.
No, but KG. No,
he's not a legend no more.
Your rationale is crazy.
No,
your rationale is crazy on this Billy Joe situation. Losing to Canelo doesn't mean you don't have skills in boxing. I'm sorry.
Thank you,
that's
man.
insane.
What is that? No, I'm saying in the ring, yeah, you lot giving him because he had what 2 rounds. 2 rounds of him being great in that fight.
I'm not talking about the rounds. I'm just talking about from the eye test and skills.
That's Billy Joe by himself. Just Billy Joe by himself.
Nothing else. But he came against, because this is what I was going to say also. If Canelo wins and becomes undisputed, for me, Canelo's going down as an all-time great. Simple as. He's going down as an all-time great. That's how high Canelo is.
All that needs to be happening in this conversation is giving Canelo more props. Just giving Canelo more props because he's not in there with amateurs. He's in there with world champions, bro. Billy Joe went in there as a champion, fam. Like, I hear what you're saying, but to discredit man like that, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous,
Trust me,
bro.
I'll be honest. Canelo went up in my what's it called in my books. He went up. That's how good the performance was. That round 8 right there.
But you lot are now saying that. Then this is my issue. It's that we're trying to rate Billy Joe Saunders and say that because you lot called him great. You called him great. Yeah? You didn't say elite, but you said great. And I said, how? How is he great if he's had...
See, I think you're misconstrued in the words.
Yeah.
No one's calling him great. We're saying his skill set is great.
He's not A great. He's not A great. His skills are great. He has great skills.
That's why I came at you. In the free seats, they all agree. man, them said great. And I said, wait, great? How? Where did great come from?
But that's what I'm saying.
No.
I think a lot of people don't listen to
semantics.
words.
You're doing semantics
Exactly.
here.
We said he has great skills. He's not a great.
Man said that that's what you lot were saying. And I jumped on it saying, wait, how?
So how do you rate Canelo then?
What's that?
How do you rate Canelo? Is Canelo an all-time great in your opinion?
Yes, he is.
Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame.
He's becoming that. Yes, he is.
Then this is what Hall of Fame fighters do to guys who are at that great level.
Okay, and I'm saying park Canelo's career and let's look at Billy Joe Saunders' career as just Billy Joe. Is that greatness?
Bro, the guy has great boxing skills. Which is why he was always in this conversation. 2 years ago, we both sat down on this podcast and we both said that we think that Billy Joe could be the one that could mix it with Canelo and Triple G. You was nodding your head and you was agreeing with me.
All right.
The guy has skills. Having him out against Canelo is a different task for any man.
No. When is it my turn? Because you said 2 years ago, and we're talking about potential then, yeah? And what did we think about potential?
2 years ago, Billy Joe was in a better prime than he is in now.
And what did he do? Who did this to him? Was it us or was it him? He's done that to himself.
Doesn't matter. He had the skills. He possesses the skills that we were talking about.
This ain't even the pod. I don't even know what we're doing right now. But listen, bro, you man are trying to gas up a guy. I'm saying individually, take Canelo a part of it. Let's just look at Billy Joe Saunders on his ones. Has he done enough to say that he's this guy that we're all ranting and raving about? No.
So then why 2 years ago were you agreeing with me when I said he can mix with Canelo and Triple G?
Because at the time when Canelo wasn't this finished product, I thought he would be more successful in there. He hasn't shown that. He has not lived up to the hype.
Billy Joe was a world champ when we were having that conversation. So now we're having a conversation. He's still a world champ.
There you go.
He lost on Saturday.
And what did you see from him? Did you see that someone what was his plan?
He was in there with Canelo, who was above average star fighter, bro. Give Canelo his props.
I'm giving Canelo. I rate Canelo. You were on the thing telling me that Billy Joe can win, fam.
I said I wanted Billy Joe to win. I said if you want me to tell you what I want, but if I predict it, it's Canelo, and that's
I think what your problem is, Cage. I think what your problem is that when you think someone beats someone, that means that this guy's great and the other guy's a bum. It doesn't go like that. One guy can be good, but the other guy's better. The guy's still good.
I'm saying that, what do you call it? You lot, when we're trying to rank Billy Joe Saunders, because potentially his career could be over, potentially. Yeah? As if we start tomorrow and say, let's look at his whole career, does he go down as a great for you, man? That's all I'm asking you lot.
The only thing that works against him
is saying he's going down as a great. We're saying that he has great skills. His skill set's good, but there's more to boxing just a good skill set. Paulie Maliardi had a good skill set. He has good skills. He's not a great.
Okay,
so more to it than that.
Then when we move this forward and ask the next question, so you say he's got great skills. And when have you seen him show these great skills to the world? I just want to ask that question. When have you seen that?
The David Lemieux fight, or when he beat Andy Lee.
And that's it.
That's it, bro. That's why we know he possesses the skills. That's it.
Exactly, but he even showed it against Canelo. The only thing is he lost. He did show his skill set.
The bar's in hell, fam.
The bar's not in hell because you're in there with Canelo, so we can't talk like that, bro. You're not respecting Canelo the way you think you are. Trust me.
I rate Canelo.
You don't. You don't rate Canelo. You don't rate Canelo.
I'm telling you that the guy. I'm saying that Canelo is cold. I'm talking about.
So when AJ lost Tom made a good point here. So in your biology, when AJ lost to Ruiz, what position was AJ in that point?
What are we talking about?
Because you're saying because he's lost because he lost to Canelo. Like,
do you know what's mad about this? This guy's pulled AJ out the bag from nowhere.
Yeah, because we've got to start doing rationale for what you think about other situations.
HGM tried to back a Billy Joe Saunders argument and draw for Muhammad Ali. I don't know where that came from.
Nah, because the reason why I draw for Muhammad Ali, I'm talking about the skill set of technique and boxing. But what I'm trying to say is, say Muhammad Ali now, let's use an example. Say Muhammad Ali lost. He's lost before. I'm talking about skills. He has skill sets like Muhammad Ali. The only difference is Muhammad Ali's overcome adversity. That's the only difference. Wait, so don't have skills.
When you mention AJ has done things in the ring. I can say there's many nights that we can point to say, yo, AJ is legit.
But by your logic,
No. I'm saying.
Look how many guys, Look how many guys fought Mike Tyson, and when they got into the ring with Mike Tyson, they were a shell of themselves because they were shook off, man. But if you look at any of their other fights, they had the skills, they could do all of it. But when they're in there with Tyson, it just goes out the window.
Different thing.
So then now we're saying,
with an ATG.
He ain't got the skills now. He's rubbish. Where's the skills? He wasn't in there with nobody, really. No, bro. Rate the man that's battering these guys.
I think you're doing too much to it. I rate Canelo. I'm just saying, looking at Billy Joe's career on a whole, as an individual, I don't know how you look.
Then talk about the CV. Talk about the CV and not the skills. That's how you get that conversation off. By saying that, right, he ain't done enough to have this great title, but he's got the skills.
That's what I'm saying. He's got the skills. He don't have the accolades. We're taking away. We're moving away the accolades from the skills. We're just talking skills, not accolades. If we add the accolades, he's not there yet. He might never be there.
I don't think you've done enough. I don't think there's enough.
That's fine. If we talk about the CV, then you're right. If we talk about the CV, then you are correct. But if we are talking about skills,
I'm saying the catalog of his work. I don't think there's enough.
So but you're talking. That's what I'm saying. You're right there. You're right because you're talking CV. We're not talking CV. We're just talking skills.
Certain times there's certain people. And I really want to take Canelo out of this conversation. I'm saying I can look good against certain people for a long time, and then now I have to go up a level and show if my skill translate at that level. Now this is Canelo, removing Canelo out of this thing, and I don't know if we can actually say he's great. That's why I'm saying that's the point I'm making. And
I'm saying that his boxing skills, if we're not talking about like where he ranks as a great, but I'm saying he has great boxing skills. But I'm not saying that he's done it and to the point where his resume says he's done this and that, he's beat this man and these many fighters. No, that's not what we can say. But what we can say is if you look at him in the ring, he has the skills to say he's a great boxer. And his only loss is Canelo.
I don't think that.
You know what, KG. I don't want to use this. I don't want to use this example, but it's your brethren, isn't it? But I'm going to use it. Do you think Craig Richards is a great boxer? Do you think he's a good boxer?
I think he's a good boxer.
Who's he beat?
No,
Who's he beat? Who's he beat?
I don't say I can't, but I don't call him. I say he's a good boxer. I don't know if he's great yet. I can't say that. There's nothing.
Yeah, but you say he's got good skills, though, wouldn't you? You would say he had good skills.
There's nothing to say that. I'm saying he's got a wicked jab. Craig has got a bad boy jab that we've seen. We've seen it, yeah. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying that there's not enough in Craig Richards for me to now say he's a great. And that's what
you would say that he has good. You would say he has good skills, though, wouldn't you?
I would wait and then say no, because you don't know how good. You don't know how good he is until the real test comes. He's only been
watched him with Bivol.
Bro, I'm saying that you're telling me to rate Craig Richards finished.
We're talking just skills, not CV, just skills. Would you say he had, if you just went off the eye test and it was fighter A and fighter B, and you didn't know their accolades or anything, would you say fighter A was as good as fighter B? Fighter A being Bivol and fighter B being Craig Richards.
He has got skill. He has got skill.
Thank you. That's all we're saying about Billy Joe. That's all we're saying. That's all we're saying.
Go on. So
he did Canelo steamroll through man in 2 rounds?
You guys are chatting.
Like if a man doesn't belong in the ring with him, he should get him out of here early doors.
You guys are chatting the most, bro. I'm just saying.
You got Rocky Fielder now in 4 rounds.
I don't listen because he had some success because he won 2 rounds.
No, you're not. You're basically saying he's got no skills you're saying he's got no skills because he lost to Canelo. That's his only loss on his CV. So we don't know where he ranks in the
Canelo thing. I said you can't count him as a great. That's what I'm saying. I say the work that he's done, because when you get tested at a certain level, I can play Sunday League and enjoy myself, passing it around. I could look skillful. When it comes to being under pressure, because you can't take that out of there. I can look good in sparring. Anyone can look good in sparring.
So what level is Billy Joe to you? Billy Joe, British, European, or world level?
Listen, I don't know what Billy Joe is. I don't know what Billy Joe is, but I'm telling you right now, he's not going down as a great for me. That's it. And you can say,
No one said a great. No one said, they said he's got great skills. That's it. That's it. It's semantics.
Sparring and have great skills. I can have.
You're missing the point here, fam.
When it comes down to the crunch of using my skill, did he use the 22 for a ring?
You're missing the point, fam. Man are saying that he possesses great skills. Has he got the CV of a great? No, he doesn't.
He used the 22 foot of ring. Did he use it? No, he did not, bro.
You did semantics. But
I'm doing what you're doing.
No, you're not.
I'm doing.
You're not listening. I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you. I know your point. You don't know my point.
I'm hearing.
I'm telling you that you're saying that with the resume that Billy Joe possesses, he can't be considered a great. I'm saying to you that he has great skills, regardless of his CV. Him standing in a ring by himself, he has great skills.
I will say this even slower. See, she fully understands.
Oh, this is the worst.
I'll say this slower. So you get it, yeah? I'm saying that.
I want to go.
Hold on. You're not even waiting. All you do is chat over, bro. There you go.
I'm listening, man. I'm listening.
I'm saying now, you lot talking about great skill, that he's showing skillfulness. I'm saying in the ring, when it's time to show the skill, was it shown to a level to say he's great? And how many times have you shown that great skill in the ring? That's the point that I'm making. And for some strange reason, it's not connecting. Because I'm saying he had 22 foot of ring, and did he use it? Did he look like a superior boxer in there at any real moment? You said because he made a miss a few times, because he had a few things. Is that enough now to say that you're great? That's what I'm asking you lot. Is that enough? Because I don't think there was a game. I don't think he outboxed his performance. I didn't think he outboxed anyone.
This is the issue of semantics. You're not actually listening to what is being said.
Answer what I just said. Did he show in that thing? Did he show great skill in that ring?
Oh,
in that particular fight,
I know you gotta play heel. I know you gotta play the villain at times, but you don't always have to play the villain. You know, you don't always have to be controversial. But
can we get Mark Tibbs to whisper in KG's ear and just say, "Look, if you want to get out of this fight, I'll get you out of here. Don't worry."
I'm not having it.
I'm saying to you that him in a ring by himself, he has great boxing skills. You're saying, because he didn't do it in there with Canelo. That's his only loss in his resume, by the way. Okay. Canelo is a different league of fighter to many fighters, bro. So you don't get to demonstrate your skills in there with Canelo, bro. Is that what we're gonna hold against Billy Joe right now?
And then when did he? And when else would he get to show it?
In the Andy fight and the Lemieux fight, he's a two-time world champ. That's enough. What can be done?
How many people have been two-time world champs?
That's it. That's enough. I don't make.
KG, Canelo can go. I personally think Canelo's gonna go down as a top 20 all-timer. All-timer.
I rate Canelo.
So, I'm not just because the fact that he didn't beat him doesn't mean that he doesn't have great boxing skills.
I rate Canelo.
We're not saying Billy Joe he's got a great resume. We're just saying skill-wise. He's got great skills. That's it, man.
Billy Joe versus Charlo. How's that one go? Who
knows, man? Who knows? I think it's a 50-50.
Billy Joe versus Andrade, and he got out of that one. How does that go?
Again, 50-50.
It's mad though. But anyway, he's great. Cool. Say none.
Hey, HGM.
He's got great skills, man.
Whatever, man.
No, man. Yo, KG, man. I'm gonna pray for you, man. I'm gonna pray for you. Yo, man. I'm gonna pray for you, man. Yo, I'm gonna.
Out here, fam.
I wanted to. Strom's been waiting for a minute still.
Ade, 1 second. We'll come back to you, fam.
We'll come back to you, bro.
I want Ade to help us out with that one still.
Hello?
Yo, you're live, bro.
What's going on, man?
Hey, how are you, man?
It's hot in here.
I'm good, man. I mean, yeah, Billy Joe. I was so happy to see that. I was so happy to see that for Billy Joe. I was so happy. All of the talking. Billy Joe's a despicable human being. Wow. The man has a long... Before he turned professional... Bro, someone did a thread on Twitter, about stuff he was doing before he turned professional in amateurs. All the lewd acts. This brother's got a long list of madness. And the excuses people are making for him. Yeah. I'm ashamed of Spencer, man. That's a guy I follow. I'm ashamed of that. One thing about the internet is when you say something on video, there's a log of what you said. So Boxing Social IFL right now, I've got a sneaky feeling they might edit or delete some videos because Bearman even Peter Fury was talking about Dubois quit. Let's not sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
And now Billy Joe didn't quit. Oh, the corner pulled him out. Mark Tibbs said, I didn't hear back from Billy what I wanted to hear.
That's right.
Yeah? That's a polite way of saying he didn't say I want to quit, but he said I want to go home, innit? You know, that one's there. Like, he didn't say I want to quit, he said I want to go home. And then you see them. It was so bad. Even his dad got punched up. Did you see the videos? Even his dad got punched out.
You can't say his dad got bited.
That's some bad way to work.
I don't know why Tyson Fury didn't jump over the rope though.
Tyson Fury.
No. The big fight's coming up. I don't want him to jump over the rope. He gets a cut. That's an excuse. The AJ fight.
No. I hate you. But like, if you're Tyson Fury or if you're AJ, you can walk over to the commotion and be like, yo, you man, chill. Like, and like put some order into the moment. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Wait, hold on. We missed 2 super chats because we was in the heat of beef, fam. What do you call it? Was it Prosper? Someone Prosper in there said, KG's moving mad. Drake.
That's what that.
That's 20 pounds still. So rating to him, fam. That's family bias, fam. That just came in there, friendship bias, fam. But yeah, sorry, back on it. But I missed it still. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, I think he got what he thoroughly deserved. He quit. I don't want to hear no excuses from any of these people in the boxing industry. Everyone was saying Dubois quit. They were saying Carl Froch was saying about Kell Brook. I heard Tony Bellew say about Kell Brook, about Daniel Dubois. Where's the same energy? The double standard are mad. Even Eddie Hearn was saying that he thinks, I don't know if he's got a thing. I think he just hurt his eye. Do you remember that with IFL?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
About Dubois? Now all of a sudden, get out of here, man.
Yeah.
Get out
I
of here.
feel like someone's talking this
All
thing.
of a sudden, men know medical terms for what the fracture is.
Yeah, all of a sudden, people got X-rays in the fight in the corner. He's done his eye. No one was saying that for Dubois. All of a sudden, no one was saying that. The energy is mad different. I can't believe this. And this character of all people, like, even though someone put out the video, I forgot about the madness when he was fighting. Is it Willie Monroe or something? And his son punched him in the balls and then called him the N-word. Madness! Of all characters in boxing, Billy Joe has a long record of madness, absolute madness. And no one says, look, and this despicable Gareth A. Davis. Oh, well, blah, 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 blah. Da, 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 da. Is this man on a gypsy payroll or something?
He fully is.
Tyson Fury and Billy Joe lobs them off. Billy Joe could do anything, and he'll spin it with, well, he's just a young lad, and he's going to mature. Billy Joe is how old? How old is he? 30 what? He's gonna do, and then people trying to critique Eubank. When did you hear? Do you remember what he said about Eubank's mum? Do you remember all the madness he said about Eubank's mum? Do you remember what he tweeted about Barry McGuigan's daughter?
Bro, yeah, you're talking.
This man has a long history of madness and just keeps getting away with it.
He's got great skill though. Sorry, just wanted to throw that in there.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's our madness, isn't it? And then touching on like the argument you were having before, I think the styles make the fight in it. So sometimes you can look better than you are against an opponent because Canelo's very patient. So you could look like you're moving in that. Whereas if he fought, I'm not saying Charlo's better than Canelo, but Charlo's not as patient. From the second round, Charlo's applying pressure. He's swinging, he's going for it. The same with Benavidez. So it's weird. Those two fights might be a bit harder for Billy Joe earlier on, just because of the style of the fighter. Whereas I would actually pick Canelo to beat Benavidez. It's madness. It's just the style of the fight, innit? Yeah. Canelo's patient. He'll watch you. He's like Floyd. He'll watch you. He'll try to watch you and work you out, innit? So sometimes you look better than you are. But coming towards the end of the fight, the accuracy goes up, and then he'll just finish you off, innit?
I hear that. That's funny.
It's cool. Man said despicable. I haven't even heard that word used.
Despicable Gareth Davis, bro.
Nah, man. The spin is mad. Could you imagine AJ fighting Fury? And he got that same injury. And then hold on. And then the towel, and then not even the towel, then the fight ends. What do you think John Fury and that would be saying about AJ?
Oh my god.
Could you imagine?
If AJ ever quit for any reason, fam, he could have got shot from someone in the crowd.
I was about to say that. The fan man could drop in the ring and stab AJ. He can't stop. He has to keep going.
He has to keep trying to fight through it, bro.
There's no excuse. There's no excuse AJ could use in the fight. There's nothing. AJ can't have no excuses.
All the MTK staff would be out saying, look, man, if that was me getting shot in there, I'd still keep it going.
I would have been,
you got to go out of your shield.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
And
Yeah,
that's
bare people have
that's
been
what
shocked.
pissing me off, the PR rollout, and it's probably why
Oh,
I've
man.
done it, because the rollout that everyone has been given the same press release to say, we're going to call him a hero, we're going to say it was a dramatic effort, we're going to say this, we're going to say that, and we tarnish the man. We tarnish you when you back done certain stuff, and we tarnish him. And I'm saying, raw, the energy must stay the same, because we start asking ourselves, what has he done? That's what happens at the end, because it could be the end, and we say, well, what has he done? And it's like, if you hurt yourself, some of Billy Joe Saunders' issues are self-inflicted.
Most of them. What issue does Billy Joe have that's not self-inflicted? His career is because he does yo-yo diets. He puts on mad weight. All of his issues are self-inflicted.
Yeah.
He changes trainers all the time. When he's bored, he films mad videos of and doing madness and the stuff with the crackhead. The stuff when he was joking about beating women. This brother does madness. There's no one in British boxing that's got away with the stuff he's got away with. Nobody. I can't think of no one.
I know what you're saying. The thing is with me is that AJ is he's a what do you call it? He's a role model in a lot of ways. How he carries himself. He doesn't put out certain things. Like he keeps it very, do you know what I mean? Good for the kids. Like he keeps it clean. But I don't have an expectation of fighters to be role models. Do you see what I mean? So it's like when I see these crazy antics and I see this kind of stuff, I'm like, it's cool. You're not to my taste, but I'm not expecting you to be a role model. So when I see that kind of stuff, I don't really factor that in when I'm watching a boxing match. Do you know what I mean?
No. I'm not saying that I judge him for that. I'm not saying you have to be a role model either, but you just be normal. Look, Dillian White's himself, innit? But he doesn't do all of this madness. And Dillian White's, if you know his background, is pure madness.
Pure road.
But he doesn't do half of this madness that my man's doing. And the reason why AJ's like that is because he has to be. You saw the Tyson Bruno documentary.
Yeah.
He can't be. Listen, let's just keep it a buck. If you're from a certain background and you're too confident, that comes across as arrogance to certain communities, you know.
It's real. It's real.
If you're driving a nice car,
if you're not doing
talking about you're driving this car, you can't be too confident because it comes across as arrogance. You have to
like
be overly humble.
If you're not acting like Frank Bruno,
overly humble, bro.
And I was supposed to let Frank have it.
The pod. We'll get him in the pod, fam.
But he's a little scumbag, fam. Sorry. Anyway, yo, bro, listen. Great,
man.
Great
Respect,
take.
bro.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Ade,
what's going on, bro?
Come on, good show, guys.
Thank you, man.
Mad in here.
It's been a crazy one today.
Hey, it was a crazy weekend, right? Crazy weekend. What an event, though. How that looked mad on TV.
The quality. 70,000 people back in the arena again.
Even like the 4K cameras they were using, everything just looked.
Yeah.
The drone footage.
How crazy was that?
Yeah.
That was almost like the zone saying, we're here. We've been around for a year. We've been like building. Let's go. We're here. It was crazy.
No, so there's so much to discuss in it. You've seen what's happened over the weekend. No, because there's teams.
It's been bad.
First of all, we just got because everyone's shouting at our guy. Travis, I've forgotten the name of our boxer from Japan, fam.
Oh, Takayama.
First of all, have you got any great words to say about Takayama, fam?
Hey, you know what? Yeah, can I be honest with you? I thought that fight was done in the first round.
Same.
I was like, oh, Takayama's done. Look, what's this kid? And then all of a sudden, he just got that Japanese warrior spirit.
Different.
And just kept on going. And to be fair, though, I know I thought the stoppage was a bit weird, but he was getting lit up a bit. Just before the stoppage.
He was getting lit
falling into the punches, wasn't he?
From the beginning, nothing was different. That's how he looked in the face.
And you know what? Like, as much as we say, oh, he's got a good chin and he absorbed punches, he shouldn't be taking those kind of punishment. He took about 100 headshots. And although he didn't go down, it doesn't mean there's not a lasting effect. I don't want to see a man like that take 100 punch. Like, he was never going to win that fight. He hasn't got a punch, has he? So I know people are upset and all, and I get it, early stoppage, but he was never winning that. What was that stoppage in the 9th round or something?
Yeah, it's like 10th. But you know what it is, though? It's like, it's this last fight, isn't it? It's like, it's clear that he's going to retire off this. Like, let him get to 12 at least.
Yeah. I love what he started doing that after.
Yeah.
That was fantastic. And you know what? Yeah, for him, last fight, 73,000 people, they're cheering him.
Yeah.
He was never going to win, but that's the kind of way he would want to go out. You want to go out, that's how you want to go out, right?
That's real.
It was beautiful, and I think the crowd done well to cheer for him.
Let's go on to the main event right now. I'm going to ask you the question. It's going to be straight, and I will click this up. Bro, did Billy Joe Saunders quit?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let's not beat around the bush. I mean, let's not BS. And look, obviously it's difficult for me because I work on broadcasters and all that shit, but I'll tell it how it is.
Yeah.
I mean, he went back to the corner, and the reason I can say this with so much energy is because of what he was been saying about other people beforehand. What he said about Daniel Dubois, I'm a gypsy, and all that kind of stuff. Your mouth will cash a check that you don't have the balance for soon.
Listen,
let's see what you can do. Like, when you're in that position that Daniel Dubois is, let's see what happens. Let's see if you I'll die in there. All that shit talk that boxers do. Carry me out on a stretcher. Okay, let's see. And the fact is, he went back to the corner, and Mark Tibbs, clearly was trying to get something from him. There was nothing there. Done. Yeah. And don't be wrong. I don't think he should have continued anyway, but it still was a case of, I don't want this anymore. Fuck this. Like, this guy is a monster. I ain't going back out there. He quit, man. He just didn't want it anymore. And again, I think it's the right decision.
AJ saying
against Dubois was fine.
AJ saying to you, wrongs don't make a right, I think.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. But look, it's difficult. That type of talk this is the hurt game. You can't talk the way you were talking. I remember it was on the bear talking about Dubois saying, Dubois just took a knee, and Dubois' eyes was closed for 4 rounds. Took a knee, and the stick, they were all given Dubois. Every single one of them. For some reason, the narrative is completely different for Billy Joe Saunders.
Thank you.
An awful individual. Like, forget about his boxing ability for a whole second. Let's park that. As a human being, he's awful. I mean, he's awful. And for some reason, all of a sudden, boxing's a funny old game, because the way people are talking about him now, the narrative, I've gone back and looked at the Dubois videos. The
double standard is
all saying about Daniel Dubois. And look, his injury's worse than Dubois, I get that. But what they were saying about Dubois was horrible to a young kid. A young kid, coming up that took a knee. Billy Joe Saunders is a 31-year-old man, and the way in which they've sugarcoated it, it's horrible. Don't like it. Don't like it.
That's why I'm saying. I've been waiting for someone to talk.
Guys, Billy Joe's just uploaded a Facebook status, and I've got it right here. It says, thanks everyone for the messages. Broken eye socket and broken cheekbone in 3 places. Operation yesterday all went well. You win some, lose some. Didn't feel out of my league, but got caught with a good shot and couldn't see. And Ben got the corner to pull it. Thank you all who watched. Be back. God bless you all.
See, no, you know what? Yeah, and look again. Injury was horrific. I think we saw it. You could see it immediately. The idea and that little line there. He thinks he's smart by saying Ben got it to pull out. No.
Yeah.
There's a massive difference because you could have even said. I've seen many people, and I've seen many people where the corner tries to pull it out, and the guy's like, "No, one more round."
That's right.
Ben said it, and you didn't disagree with it. So let's just say I didn't want to continue because of.
Mark Tibbs leaned into his ear and he started talking to him. And in everything he responded to was like this.
Let me tell you, I remember when Kell Brook 147 went up to fight GGG. And as much as people talk about Canelo now, that GGG then, that Kell Brook fought was considered a fucking monster. That guy broke Kell Brook's orbital bone, same kind of fracture, and Kell Brook was saying, come on, let's go.
Right. On the ropes. Let's go.
Let's go still. Kell didn't want that. Kell didn't stop.
He shouted, kill me then.
Kill me. Let's go. That's a man that's coming on that. That's a man that's like, talking the talk and walking the walk. That man went up to 160 to fight GGG, and GGG hammered him, and he was like, come on.
Yeah. Listen, the media rollout that they've done for this thing makes me sick, fam. Don't be surprised. Even the thing with the scorecards, straight away, they tried to disparage it. I've seen everyone say they had Billy Joe Saunders winning, like the main people in what you call in boxing, they said they have Billy Joe Saunders winning 5 rounds.
But you know what it's like? It's weird. Like, I'm in this industry, yeah?
Bro.
And it's funny. And that's why I'm happy, yeah, sometimes that I do shit from this green chair and don't have to go out and interview people. Because I swear, some of the guys are chatting shit, And that's why I can't do it, because I would interview them and I'll be like, you're lying. You're chatting shit. It's almost like everyone just rolled out the same 20 people, almost start to say positive stuff about Billy Joe. And I'm like,
And there's a press release, or there's a group chat, or there's like a notice board where every man's like, cool, positivity for Billy Joe. We're gonna trash AJ. Everybody get on the same page. Go.
I find it strange. And even if, and look, I obviously respect everyone's opinion. Even if Billy Joe was 4-4 or Canelo was 5-3, I'll be honest with you, I've watched that fight 3 or 4 times, and let me tell you something, yeah. As much as we give Billy Joe credit, Canelo is in first gear. And Billy Joe is already 100 meters sprinting in 5th gear. Like, as much as it's close, Canelo's like, is that it? What, that's the jab, yeah? You think that's stopping me? Okay, you've got good foot movement. Oh, okay. Canelo's already starting to put money in the bank. Even the rounds that Canelo's losing, mentally he's won them. Because there's a couple of times where he lost a round, but he digged Billy Joe to the body. He's like, I've seen you start to slow down. You won the round, if we're going to go by amateur point scoring, you won that round. But I know what I did to you in that body shot in the 2nd round. You ain't going to move like that in the 3rd round. And all of a sudden, Billy Joe's in the pocket because he can't move anymore. Legs are starting to go. And Billy Joe that was asking for the bigger ring, it's almost like, fuck the bigger ring. I can't move anymore anyway. Let's stand in the pocket. That uppercut he got was because he was in the pocket, when really and truly, Billy Joe should be on the outside moving. Canelo was in 1st or 2nd gear. Billy Joe was like, this is a madness. Yeah. And it's a madness for Billy Joe. I'll tell you why. Sorry, guys. I'm excited.
No, go through.
It's a madness for Billy Joe, yeah? Because Canelo has been fighting this level of fight for the last 10 years. Big fight after big fight after big fight after big. The mentality of, this is nothing. I'm in front of 73,000. We're cool. We've done this before. I've done big arenas before. I watched Billy Joe walk out solo, and he might try to do all the pretending shit. I can see nerves already. Like, okay, we're at the big league, and we have never been here before. Wow. This is now real. And that solo walkout, where they normally walk out of their trainer or manager.
That's right.
How daunting was that solo walkout?
And it's a long walk as well.
It was a long walk, and you know he can't really dance. He's trying to dance. He's trying to do all this little thing. And I actually felt sorry for him. Like, oh, this is sad. Oh, that solo walkout sad.
He really was dancing,
bro. You can't go. I mean, come on, guys. We're all football people. What Billy Joe's done in the last 4 or 5 years, is almost go from League One to Championship to League One, and now you're trying to take on Barcelona at its peak. Yes, Xavi, Messi. You can't do that. You can't just play around like this. As much as everyone's saying Billy Joe's a great boxer, and I'd go in the middle, good boxer. Martin Murray, Akavov, Adamu, really, Caceres on the undercard of YouTubers. I mean, you're a good boxer, but really, what are you doing? What's that? What level is that?
The CV is awful.
No. Yeah, so good boxer, yes. But a lot of people will look good against that lot, That was Martin Murray, retirement bed, Adamu with 14 losses, Takayama, who I've never seen before again, Caceres, that's back in Argentina, retired.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we really talking about here? What he did against David Lemieux 5 years ago.
Well, this is the thing. My thing is like, cool. David Lemieux, like, my thing is this, having the skills, like, just having them is what I was saying. I said the guy has skills. Yeah. Whether or not you can execute them at that level against Canelo Alvarez, that's a whole different conversation.
But you know what I mean? Though, these skills that we say he has, and I think people point to 3 fights, and that's where the skills we really talk about. So it's the first half against Chris Hewitt Jr., but no one seems to want to talk about the second half where he lost 6 rounds. And we talk about Andy Lee. Andy Lee then retired. That was Andy Lee's last fight. So that basically means that was Andy Lee at his worst. If we're going to be very brutal, right? Because that's the worst Andy Lee because he's done after that. And then we're talking about David Lemieux, who I saw Golovkin beat with a jab. Golovkin stopped David Lemieux with a jab. So these are the.
I hear what you're saying about David Lemieux, but David Lemieux is still an opponent that you got to deal with. He's got great power, could knock man out. So it's like it's not that he's a light take. So to have him looking stupid like that in there was an impressive night. So based on that,
but in any other sport, Travis, any other sport, come on, we watch all other sports. In any other sport, if someone turns up for one event or a season, we don't label good. We want to see consistency before we start giving you that tag. How many one-season wonders have there been in any sport? Man can beat, some man can beat Usain Bolt one-off, But then what do you do for the rest of the season against Usain Bolt?
I hate, but in the conversation on boxing, you can't pretend to have skills. You have them or you don't. it's to the level that you can execute them at. So you can be a good fighter, you can mix with certain level, but when you step into elite where Canelo is, then it's like your good skills don't mean nothing in this arena.
Okay, so if we say Canelo is elite, which he is, he's a pound for pounder. For me, it's already going down as an all-time
going in
great.
history, yeah.
I want to see Billy Joe. For me to say Billy Joe's a good boxer or even a great boxer, I want to see Billy Joe in with Andrade, Charlo, Jacobs. You know, the guys just below Canelo and GGG. And then once I see him tick those boxes, he don't even have to win. Just be competitive and go rounds with those and land them. Then I'm like, okay, 100%. You're a good boxer. You know, maybe even a Derevenchenko. I want to see him in with those guys. Then I'll be like, okay, this guy legit. This guy good. I can't give you it because I can't give you it based on David Lemieux. I can't give you it based on the Andy Lee that then retired. I can't give you it based on a 22-year-old Chris Eubank Jr. Because I will then bring out William Monroe, didn't look great. Akavov went points. Caceres looked awful. And Shefat Isufu. Be real, guys. Who of us knew Shefat Isufu before Shefat Isufu? No, fact. He won a world title against Shefat Isufu, Stevenage Borough Football Club. We're all boxing people now. All of us went into BoxRec to check out who Shefat Isufu was. All of us. And I feel bad doing this to Billy Joe, but don't feel bad, bro. I've got to be very real about it because our British boxers are getting embarrassed on the world stage.
They are.
They're getting embarrassed, and sometimes you got to look at it. You got to look at what have they done.
I was just trying to basically say, away from Canelo, away from anything, Billy Joe has a good set of skills. Do you know what I mean? That wouldn't be what I take away from the Canelo fight. That Billy Joe has got nothing, because that detracts from Canelo's credit. Yes. Canelo is an all-time great, and he keeps getting better and better. He's breaking the mold with how regular he's fighting as well. So I'm looking at that, I'm thinking, give him the flowers rather than try to say that Billy Joe is rubbish.
No, you know what it is as well, though. And you know the problem for Billy Joe, and I think the issue is him now getting stopped, yeah? So when Canelo has stepped up to what would call good level fighters, they've taken him points. Jacob, points. Callum Smith, points. Obviously, Golovkin's a different level. Points. Cotto, points. So I can say those are good fighters because they've taken him all the way. Billy Joe right now is in the Rocky Field and yielded him situation. He got stopped.
Yeah, your face getting cracked is...
He got stopped. He got stopped. First sign of adversity in that fight, and it was done.
Wow.
Again, that for me is Canelo. Come on, guys. We've seen Canelo go to Gear 5 against Golovkin. We've seen when he's had to really dig deep. That was a Canelo that was like, you know...
But like,
KG, you owe me money. I've saved you on this one, blood.
Yeah, you have. You saved it 100%, bro. But let's be real. Let's talk. KG, let me get this off. If your face cracks, because he weren't getting like slaughtered yet. The slaughtering was coming, but his face cracked and let him down. So I can't look at that and be like, yeah, you got battered like Rocky Fielding. That's not fair. Rocky Fielding had zero chance in this moment. He didn't win a round. In my book. Billy Joe was winning some rounds. Like,
but you know, there's winning rounds, yeah. But was there any time in that fight where he was like, "Oh shit, okay, Canelo might be"? There was never a time when I was
we saw Canelo was starting to miss, and you can see that Billy Joe was starting to believe as the round and the fight went on more and more, and started to show more. He dropped the hands. He started to land shots, and he started to make Canelo miss. So
is it missing? Is it missing, or almost giving Billy Joe a full sense of security? Like, okay. I almost feel like we forget how I think Canelo's IQ is ridiculous. So I almost feel like sometimes, and the best fighters do this. They always used to say that Mayweather always used to give the first round away. He's having a couple of looks, giving the
but Floyd doesn't start giving away rounds at 4, 5, and 6. Floyd doesn't start giving away rounds. Let's be real.
You're right.
Floyd don't give away rounds at 4, 5, 6. He gives 1 and 2 away. Canelo started to let them rounds go at 4, 5, and 6. So then I'm saying, like, hold on a second. Like, he's making him miss here. It's not just a case of he's getting closer and closer. He's actually making him miss. So we've got to give him credit.
Andre Ward used to say the fight starts from round 6. Andre Ward used to say the fight starts second half of a championship fight is when we really see what is going on. Like, who really is championship level? Because the first 6 rounds, it's almost a case of, you know, it's a chess match. We're both trying to see each other, right? So maybe you're right. Maybe Billy Joe was winning 4, 5, and 6. And I think I did give him those 3 rounds as well. But then Canelo, championship fighter, championship level, lives the life, doesn't go into camp fat, goes into camp to sharpen his tools, was like, now we start. Now we go. And you know, the funny thing is as well, I think he done an interview where he spoke about how heavy Billy Joe was breathing when they were close up to each other. And he was like, now this is the wrong fucking place to get tired. You want to get tired here in front of 73,000 people, good luck. And that's when he started to go through the gears and we started to see it. He's a strong fighter. And I think that's it for Billy Joe now. I think Billy Joe's done.
No, he said he's coming back on Facebook.
You know, not just because of the injury, but it's almost a bit like Prince Hassim Hamid when you have that kind of ego that you can't be beaten, and then you get beaten. And I think that's it. I think that's it. He's made what, $9 million. He fought 73,000. Billy Joe is not an active fighter anyway.
Not
so now we're talking about a year and a half out the ring for that surgery. Now, is he really going to come back at 33 and start building again?
No, fight Eubank. I promise you, we'll see him fight Eubank. That's gonna happen. Money talks, and they both want it.
Guys, we've got Bruce dying to get back into the call because of some points that have been made.
Get him in.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Bruce,
well, yo. Listen, I wanted to actually agree with Ade and enforce what he was saying by saying this. No, by saying this. What you're saying is this. You're actually saying that Billy Joe Saunders has good form. In the ring, when he's on his own or when he's against shit opposition, his form is great. As an ex-fighter, I can throw a great jab on a bag. I can move around the ring really well. My form on the pads can look great. When it matters is against opposition. And Billy Joe Saunders hasn't had that opposition. So what are we measuring this good fighter against? What about again ordinary opponents?
Right.
Why do we say that the amateurs? Why do we say that amateurs are very different from the professionals? When a professional starts and he's 0-0, we always say he's had a great amateur pedigree, but you know the professional game is very different. It's because we aren't measuring the amateur background against. We've got nothing. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's like Billy's skills. Okay, he looks great, but against what? That's what I'm saying. I'm not that's what I'm saying.
In the comments, they're telling me to empty the tank. So here I am. I'm about to give you your Anthony Yarde round 9. Yeah? When man was making Canelo miss, when we go back and we watch those moments and we see that he was making Canelo miss and frustrating him, fair enough, it wasn't sustained over a period of rounds. He was still having success. There were rounds that Billy Joe was genuinely winning. Like, this is not something that just happens to Canelo Alvarez. So to mix it with a fighter, even for those brief little window moments, that is a sign of a fighter that has...
Travis, has it got that bad?
No.
That we're saying a 2-weight world champion, unbeaten, is having 20 seconds here, 30 seconds there, and that's it now.
But if you're a fighter of a certain level and you're in there with an all-time elite fighter who's going down in history with his name genuinely next to a man like Sugar Ray when it's all said and done, oh, yeah, you can say that.
You know what it is though, Travis? And look, you know you're boxing, so I'm not going to ever try and say you don't know what you're talking about. You do know what you're talking about. But for me, it's just a case of, again, it's almost like what the caller's saying. What are we basing this off? Like, he looked awful against Martin Murray, but the excuses were...
This is my point. This is my point. Why is no one talking about his boxing skills when it's a subpar performance against this, like, Martin Murray? BJ's supposed to be a 2-way world champion. Oh my God! But against Martin Murray, he looked trash, and people are trying to tell me, oh, Martin Murray didn't get stopped only by GGG. You're supposed to be Billy Joe Saunders. So what are we measuring this skill set against?
Fact, you're supposed to show me what you've got against a Martin Murray who is 39 and literally come out of semi-retirement. That's when you're supposed to light him up.
Hey, watch his point. Do you think Charlo, Benavidez, or any man in this level that Billy's supposed to be on would have the same performance against Martin Murray?
They would End of story.
End of story. End of story. Done it.
They would run through, and not just Martin Murray, by the way, because
it's enough.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, honestly, what would Jamal Charlo do to? Because I don't know, is that his name? Caceres.
Charlo, yeah.
What would he do to him? What would he do to him?
Bro, you remember the 5'8" Turkish guy that he went 12 rounds and he said, and this is the other thing that you know. Yeah, this is the other thing that you know. He's moving funny when boxers say, I need a high-profile fighter. I need someone with great skills to bring the best out of me.
Nonsense.
Really?
Nonsense.
Anytime a boxer says that, you're trash. You're trash. Out of here.
You know, like
Outta
GGG, right? You know, recently GGG's had this where it's gone from A-level fighter to D-level fighter, and like with the Zaramatas and you know, them kind of levels. What does he do to those D-level fighters? He decapitates them. It's almost like you're not even supposed to be in the ring with him. He destroys them. Billy Joe Saunders against the fighters that he should be making look silly. For some reason, it's hard work. But what you know what they do? The British press. I'm guilty of it because I work in there. They say things like, "Oh, don't worry. When it gets to that certain level, he'll rise to the level." No. Get rid of those fighters. Embarrass them. Show
Yep, 100%.
Can't do it.
100%.
He never does it.
All right, Bruce.
And here's the one last thing. Billy Joe Saunders got a world title. So is Darren Barker.
Jesus Christ. I'm out of here on that note. I'm out of here.
End of story. I
like Barker. What are you doing? I like Barker.
Hold on. I'm gonna bring in one of my fighters to defend me, fam. No, HDM, get him, fam.
No.
Yo,
HDM, go to
listen, because it was me who brought it up. Go on, brother.
No, HDM,
we can't do this. We can't
get busy, bro.
We're at 2 hours, bro.
No, it's fine. Couple minutes left, bro. Hello.
Yeah, go on.
No, go on, bro.
Yeah. So again, I think what we're mixing up is categories. We didn't say power. We didn't say stamina. We didn't say durability. We just said skill, talking about technique. That's all we were talking about in terms of skill. I think everyone. What?
Very true. Very true. I agree with
that.
Exactly.
That's all we're talking about. And we're saying that he has great skills. We didn't say he's an all-time great boxer. All we said was he has great skills. That's it.
I will counter that by saying, and again, we can say this, like when he fought Charles Adamu, who had 14 losses, embarrass him then. Show me the great skills, in and out of the pocket, feints, make Adamu miss, didn't do it. Martin Murray, 39, retired. Martin Murray, you know, came out of retirement, you know, to fight Billy Joe Saunders, embarrassed Martin Murray. Martin Murray's slow, embarrass him, make him miss, make him faint, didn't do it. But again,
he probably just didn't think it was even worth it when he fought David Lemieux. For the fact that he had Mayweather running around the ring and clapping, then you know he's got great skills because this is another guy with great skills. He's clapping, going crazy. Mayweather was going crazy. What Mayweather was at the fight?
No, but I'm saying Mayweather would like to. You saw Mayweather in the bow tie doing the most at the Gervonta Davis fight. He would like
to be on camera.
To be on camera. So if there's a chance that he can be on camera,
but that's for one of his boys.
Don't get wrong. The David Lemieux performance was a good one, and you're right. David Lemieux was considered a big puncher, and all the other, and it was a good performance, and there's no doubt about it. Going away in Canada, beating David Lemieux, fantastic. Is that it? This is
that's it.
One.
Well,
that's the display.
All we said was great skills. We didn't say punching. Is we talking punching power? Average. Talking stamina? Terrible. Talking durability? Well, we just witnessed he's not that durable.
If he done, sorry to interrupt you guys, I know we've got to go quickly. If he done that David Lemieux performance against all the other guys after David Lemieux, I would jump on here right now with you and say, you know what, bruv, did you not see what he done against fucking Akeva? Did you not see what he done against Sefa Sifu? Oh my God, did you not see he done the same thing against Martin Murray? And I would be with you guys and I'd be like, you know what?
I have to concede.
I can't just do it. I can't give the great fighter tag. There's thousands of fighters out there. I can't give the great fighter tag, great skill tag after David Lemieux.
I don't have a white flag, so here's a black D-Rec.
End of the day, man, we go through the same with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is the same fighter. Great skills, but he's inconsistent too.
No, but I've seen Tyson Fury do it. Obviously, Vladimir Klitschko is one thing, and by the way, you can't even compare Vladimir and David Lemieux. I even saw him bash up Chisora before he fought.
In the first fight, he didn't bash up Chisora.
No, the second fight where he bashed.
The second fight. That's what I'm saying. So out of that, it's Chisora, Klitschko, and
Wilder away. Klitschko and Wilder's enough. That's it for me.
But that's what I'm saying. But out of his whole career, that's 3 fighters.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, it's
bro, this guy was on here talking about Muhammad Ali, so he can say anything.
Nah, what I was saying, I'm talking about skills. That's what I thought. What you was doing, trying to be a snake as usual.
Alright.
You were trying to be a snake as usual. Talking about great TV. I just said skills.
bro.
That's it, man. But anyway, God bless
You'll
man.
come
I'm
again,
out,
bro.
You
You'll come again, fam.
Anyway, before I go, base next week. Be ready. Bring the smoke, lad.
Nah, listen,
Hey,
you lot need.
Well done, peeps.
Big up, bro. Thank you for calling, fam.
Nah, you know, come on, I love it as always.
I need to plug you because you came in and said it mad eloquently, and I needed it. And you
gotta say it posh for these people sometimes.
Nah. This is why Nigerians, you got to stick together. Agree my time. Nah, brother, look up yourself.
No, you look ganged up on me still. That's crazy.
Oh, man, thank you so much. Hey, what a Monday night smoke, bro.
Nah, this was the Monday night smoke we needed after this weekend still.
Yeah, it was crazy. We didn't even get to speak to Lineal Ray. Lineal Ray still calls himself Lineal Ray. What do we do about that?
He's not letting go of the name. Who's the boxing board? We need to contact the boxing board of control and then get on top of this.
Let's deal with the Len Johnson situation first, then we'll start out the lineal rating. Yeah. Anyway, people,
guys,
man, do a tweet, man. We need people to come and watch this.
Hit that like button, guys. The hashtag is MNS Monday Night Smoke. Yeah. Hit the like button on your way out. Listen,
but tweet. Trav, we need the tweets so other people.
Oh, we need the tweets. Absolutely.
So tweet it, man. This again, you lot know the hashtag MNS. Sorry, Travis, say the hashtag so I don't mess this up. By the way, say
MNS. Yeah, Monday Night Smoke. Hashtag is MNS. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Get us on Twitter. Let's keep this conversation going.
And
we'll be back next Monday at 8:00.
And said, just call him Ray. You got no respect. I'll tell you lot.